Welcome to the Switch Clicks Podcast episode 104, recorded on October 4th, 2022. Now, in this episode, your one and only host for the time being, Kaiser, will be discussing his thoughts and impressions on Fire Emblem Engage. Now, my name is Kaiser, and my other co-hosts are not available at this time because, well, there's a little something called Fire Emblem. No one's really so groovy about it, unlike me. Comparatively, the stuff that has happened in the past few weeks, right? You had Splat JRPGs from that direct, and let's be honest, no one was in it for that, especially Fire Emblem. Man, another Fire Emblem game. Ah, jeez. But overall, really sunk my teeth into the trailers and everything that I could scavenge. Absolutely everything to really give why unfortunately, my impressions of Fire Emblem Engage as of this recording. Now, overall, the premise of 1,000 years and stuff, not off to honestly not off to a bad start because it's when it comes to Fire Emblem, right? You would expect a new content. Well, there is new content, but so much has been added to it in terms of bringing in the old casts, or rather, previous characters from previous Fire Emblem games. That's to be expected because everyone loves Marv, Druselica, and of course the best character of all time, Alm. Even though he wasn't shown in the trailer. But with all, main character designs out of the way, I sure love Aquafresh haircut. But really, it's just the fact that, unsurprisingly, the characters have been designed by VTuber artists, which is actually quite fine, actually quite nice, actually. Yeah, I believe that it's just so much artists could have been chosen, right, to really express the new Fire Emblem instead of taking on classic artists like Hidari and the like. Like, I'm very excited for what's to come, especially with how especially VTuber artists go at it with their creative process in making a character as memorable for the right reasons. It's because I would be honest, the haircuts in Three Houses and Three Hopes, somebody really should fire their barbers. There's absolute travesty those cuts are. But, I can't really say much because we got the Aqua Fresh cut, all right? It's terribly sorry if I could mention the Aqua Fresh cut. It's my one and only joke that I have, a running gag for this episode. So deal with it. But outside of just character designs, right? Impressed with the genuine graphic. Overall, I'm impressed with the visual fidelity, right? Especially compared to Three Houses, which I have to admit, it has been neutered in terms of presentation because of the Warriors engine. With how Engage is looking, it's not just, oh, empty field, fields and stuff like that, or just very just flat looking plains. It looks like there's actual depth and elevation to those areas, especially akin to Tellius games where different levels of elevation actually do matter in terms of not just, oh, I get more accuracy, they get less accuracy, or oh, they can hit me from up there. Rather, or it actually shows it in gameplay, especially when you got the archer on the tower shooting that Pegasus his knight. And that attention to detail really just gives it a great touch. Actually, it kind of pulls into another thing that I'm really happy about. Is that the animations actually look great. Well choreographed. It actually looks like the impacts really do stick. Like you really do feel the impact. Like as if you're playing as a Leard yourself. And then there's just the actual models themselves. I'm gonna be honest, they kind of blew themselves away this time. Of course, it's just another 3D anime game, but really, I might be saying I might be a little disingenuous because of what we've seen before with Three Houses. In comparison to another game, Persona 5, Engage does look to be very unique in terms of just how it presents itself as 3D anime, right? Of course, you got your Genshin Impact and your Guilty Gear, but really, it's just so much is going on with Engage that I feel that might be a problem too, which leads to some of my concerns. Not in the trailer or the gameplay. I think, well, maybe the gameplay actually, but in the trailer, they haven't shown us a lot in terms of real in-depth mechanics, right? Outside of, oh, hey, you compare it with a hero from another timeline or rather continent, time and 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 I understand that'll be shown for later, or but it kind of turns me off how just some of the things they show are just very face value, or just it just has to look good for the sake of looking good, but which isn't bad. I actually think it's good to just show the best points if you look at a lot of our trailers, right? You got Bayonetta showing off, well, Bayonetta and her new design. Ooh, and some sick gameplay. Hey, Capcom is showing off a lot of their stuff in terms of gameplay and and of course, the graphical fidelity of most of their characters models, which is a little unfair because of the RE engine. But I'm getting off topic. Like, I just hope we get to see more of like the general gameplay, not just oh hey, just basic Fire Emblem stuff. I want to see kind of the meat and potatoes of the thing. I really want to see if Elevation does play a role like in the Tellius games, or if they really put into detail for the animations and even just tax, because watching Alfred, the guy in a horse run and actually strike his enemy, it looks incredible. It just looks incredible. Well, well, and I really do hope that Engage does live up, or rather, or just ensures that I just really hope that Engage really, well, well it is engaging to a great degree. I just want the maps to be fun. I just want to see great. Oh, I want the maps to be fun. I want to see a defining gameplay that really separates it from other Fire Emblems for the right reasons. I don't want them to be remembered as a very easy to break mess, like in Fate's Awakening and Three Houses. Even though I'm a big fan of probably the most broken game in the series, but I digress. As it's gets that breaking that game takes a lot of time to get there. In terms of the narrative, though, you know, oh no, seal away for 4,000 or so years. Let's take a page from Breath of the Wild. Everyone loves that game, don't they? Hey, everyone loves their Breath of the Wild shots. It's very interesting if how he just straight up revealed, oh hey, yeah, you're a divine dragon, instead of just keeping things ambiguous, like with the first Three Houses trailer, or with how they just went, the crests are the problem. I mean, in terms of like keeping your audience engaged, but was not great trailer by any means. Now, of course, that trailers just had to show a bit of it. What they did show, but Three Houses is with their trailers, they didn't show enough to really warrant anything super interesting outside of the initial trailer. The other trailers did put a lot more, but there's just overall all presentation. Engage has really he blown most of my blow most of my expectations away, compared to compared to so many other games recently. Yeah, of course, that's coming from someone who likes fighting games, where it's like where every moment is like, oh, it's just holy crap. Have Terry Bogard? Look, it's Kazuya Mishima, the guy who's ruining Smash. Smash. Oh my God, Ryu from Streets. Look at his toes. those, but with Engage, it really looks like intelligent systems and Nintendo, and by extension Nintendo, are really putting in a lot of effort or to make Engage engaging, with a lot of detail to the animations, to the positioning and the like. But I just want to know, or rather, I want to see some of the maps in action. I mean, that's saying a lot considering, oh, you just have to wait till it comes out. Oh, yes. Well, I'm a man who likes fun maps. Maps are right. If a map is bad, if map doesn't feel right, if there's no challenge, if there's nothing, I don't want it. But really, I just hope that the game doesn't feel as rushed as Three Houses is. Is I've already talked or ranted about some of the things that I'm a big fan of for Three Houses, considering, well, you can watch that in one of our previous played by tier episodes. But in all seriousness, it's just the gameplay of Fire Emblem is a core part of what makes me like Fire Emblem. Um, the characters are just a little extra sweet thing. The characters are just something to sprinkle in to make me interested enough to just try it out. But really, if the gameplay doesn't hook me, it's just no. And I really do want the gameplay to gauge to do as the subtitle says, as it's a wish that I want people to be engaged with the game. I don't want people to go to love it for, I would like to say the wrong reasons, but I have to say it is for the wrong reasons. It's because you can have great characters, but the gameplay is just not up to par. Or and I'm sorry if I keep ranting about gameplay, but that's a key part of, well, I don't know, games. It's it's just Fire Emblem to me is something special of how the maps are built to be challenging. They can be cheesed easily, but they take effort. They take time. And they take a fine understanding of the mechanics where it's just once you can get it down, it's like, oh wow, I can do this. Whereas in the most recent games, it's just, hey, I like this character. Alright, time to turn him into a god. And really, it's just, I really just hope Fire Emblem Engage is just engaging. What else can I say? Now, time for the outro. So, now, thank you for joining us in discussing my thoughts and opinions on FEE. We would love it if you could follow us on Twitter and listen to future episodes on Spotify and iTunes. Join our community Discord server to continue today's discussion, and we'll see you next time on the Switch Clicks podcast.